got a couple days that I got to isolate here myself in the basement. So I had a lot of free time to myself. So I figured I'd look at my old things I like to used to do in the past, and going through my old records. I got all here, and watching a bunch of YouTube videos, learning on what some of the new technology and what some of the new things are. Because when I first started doing this whole thing, it was back in, like, I don't know, maybe the mid to late 1990s, and there wasn't any YouTube back then, no one to really learn from. So now with all this extra free time that I had the last several days, been watching a lot of YouTube videos and learning from some of the guys doing this. Been very informative, so I appreciate all them putting out their content. But today I wanted to make a video to also give back to community for, like, people who either beginning or just trying to get back into the game, and, like, you know, they got all this new digital software. I've been reading and watching videos and learning about some of these record DJ softwares. You know, you get to play the music, like Serato, I think. You get to play records and it comes right straight from the computer. Well, I don't have all that. I still got all this vinyl back here that have all these tracks on it, and then, you know, I would have to carry crates around. That's the only way I'd be doing it. But anyway, I found out after all this time that the scratches didn't really sound right, because the mixer I had did not cut in and out quick enough. I was working with this one here. The hell, I didn't know what I was buying back then. It don't even have the EQ buttons for each track, actually, so I couldn't even cut out frequencies or anything like that. Well, one thing I liked about this old one was it had this sampler button that I could use, which I thought was a pretty cool feature. I know nowadays with the technology and things, people can actually use software, these new mixers that have buttons that you can queue up in the software. Man, I thought it was pretty cool. I found out that I needed a mixer that cuts in with the Crossfader, like, pretty quickly, in and out pretty quickly. So I just went to the store to grab one of these real quick. I mean, this mixer here, the Numark M2, was pretty cheap, actually, $119 at Guitar Center. So I'm gonna unbox this, hook this up real quick, and then see what the sound's like. And I just wanted to make a quick video just so I can help any of my fellow people out there who are in the same situation, or looking to get back in like that. So anyhow, here we go. So this is what it looks like when you flip open the lid. I'm gonna put the camera down right here. Take all this stuff out. I couldn't believe I only paid $119 for this. This is great. So I wanted just to show that this is what comes with it. And then so, like, the power supply. Alright, now that it's opened, I just wanted to show why I felt like I needed a new mixer when I was already working with something like this. Why do I need it to go with something like this? Alright, so what I've noticed already from this one, you see this one only has 2 channels, where my old mixer had 3 channels. But what I liked here that I never considered back then when I had bought all my equipment back in the mid to late 90s, each channel actually has its own EQ knobs here, so it control. I think one of the important features that I wish I would have had back in the day was, like, being able to cut out the low EQ, cut out the bass. I thought that would have been pretty helpful in a lot of the mixes, especially when you're in the middle of a jam and you hear a train wreck coming. One of the easiest things to do is just to cut out the low EQ here. But anyhow, another feature that I wanted to get was get a new mixer was because, like, when bringing the Crossfader back and forth, I wanted it to cut in and out a little bit quicker, meaning that over here I didn't have that function where if I brought it in slowly, it came in gradually. Like the channels over here would come in gradually, and it wouldn't be as soon as you moved it a little bit, it would come in right away, And I think a lot of the times when when you're scratching, I think things sound better when, as soon as you move the crossfader, you get the full effect of the other channel already. Where this, it actually has that function here. I guess they call it the slope. I'm trying to learn all this myself too, the slope here. Yeah, and you can have it cut in smoothly, or it can cut in abruptly right away as soon as you move your crossfader back and forth. Anyhow, channel equalizers, like, I think that was pretty cool, but I really can't believe this was only $119. Now, a lot of the newer guys, the newer DJs, they use the Serato software, or whatever they use. I don't know how they get the music from the computer, but you know, you'll see like pads of buttons. I guess that's what they use to have sample effects, sample noise, sample sounds, sample sounds, and you can cue in at certain parts of the track where you know, these mixers, I guess the more simpler ones don't have those kind of functions. You know, I'm just an old guy trying to get back in to have some fun, so I didn't think I needed to spend, like, you know, $1,000-some on a mixer. So $119 was well worth the spend, just to see you know, how things go, to see if it sparks my interest again, and also if I had the time to mess around, right? But my old mixer also had this sampler. You know, I guess this is before its time, because like a lot of the mixers now, you have sample buttons, and also like starting tracks on cue and things. This was kind of like how you did it manually back in the day, you know. I thought that's pretty cool. But other than that, I mean, this mixer here, I mean, I'm probably going to keep it around just to have and mess around for other stuff. But I mean, if I really wanted to use this sampler, I can actually probably hook up one of the turntables into this, and then have the outputs coming into one of these channels here, and then still have all these channels. I mean, I think that would work. But anyhow, that's the main differences that I see here. And the very main one is like the cut in and out quick is kind of like why I got this mixer here. So I'm gonna hook it up and see how it sounds, and then I'll be back. Now I think I have everything set up, right? So everything is lined up, everything's wired up, everything's correct. It's time to turn it on. But what I wanted to explain was, I have this coffin, but the way this coffin was situated, the turntables were actually turned this way. And as I've been trying to like watch videos on YouTube and learn, you know, a lot of the DJs have their turntables turned this way, like rotated 90 degrees, where the arm is up top. And I think I knew about that back then, because that was probably the way the DJs and turntables had their setup, was the arm wasn't in the way when they would scratch the vinyl, right? It was like, and I think it's personally a little bit closer. But anyhow, the way my coffin was set up is it was set up for a bigger mixer, so this mixer wasn't going to fit. And the turntables weren't, you know, it wouldn't fit inside the coffin either if I rotate them 90 degrees. So now I just put the top of the coffin on and just use it as a tabletop, and just put the equipment on top. So anyway, here we go. It's time to turn everything on, and let's see how it goes. It is right. I did hook it up right. Alright, so the main reason why I bought this was because the new mixer was because of the crossfader function here to cut in and out quick. So it actually does do that. As soon as I move the crossfader over a little bit, the other side plays in right away. It doesn't slowly cut in, and it doesn't depend on me moving it to the center more to play the full side. I just gotta move it in just a little bit, and then the other side plays. So that's all I got. All right, y'all.